Hi, my name is Mason Duchatschek, and I'd like to share with you a quick story that I hope you remember, and I hope that it helps you. Specifically, I hope that it helps you make better decisions as it relates to leading and managing other people. I know that when you're in business and there's a million things going on, sometimes you don't always have the luxury of taking your time and thinking things through, and you can almost have analysis by paralysis. I get all that. But there's danger in rushing to judgment. And sometimes when you do that, you can make a bad decision worse. Here's an example. A friend of mine is a general manager for a radio station. And he told me this story that he had put together an advertising program for a mobile home dealer. And the mobile home dealer called a meeting and said, hey, we're really thinking about not advertising with you anymore because sales are down. And we don't think it's working. We're spending all this money on advertising and our sales aren't coming up. So we're thinking about canceling this. And so my friend showed up and was for the meeting. And I mean, it's like, let's be real here. The only reason, and I know the advertisers tell people this, but there's some truth to it. Like the only reason to advertise this year is because of next year. And I'm not saying that having a steady supply of new leads is everything, but for most businesses, it does rank up there with oxygen. So again, back to the story. My friend showed up, who's the general manager of the radio station, and when he walked into the office, he was standing there waiting to meet with the owner. And there was a salesman sitting at the desk, or a salesman or two sitting at the desk right there, and a customer walks in and says, hey, sorry to interrupt you, but I wanted to go look at one of your homes that you've got out there for sale, and the old boy sitting at the sales desk leaned back and said, which one are you looking at? The prospect told him. Sales rep didn't even get out of his chair, just leaned back, grabbed the keys, tossed them, and said, here you go, take a look, let me know if you have any questions. Prospect walked right out the door and went and go look at the mobile home. Well, here's the lesson. The lesson is, and my buddy just flat out told the owner and salespeople, said, look, leads aren't the problem. It's what you're doing with the leads once you get them. Like, your sales rep isn't making a presentation, and your sales rep isn't finding out what the hot buttons are with the prospect, doesn't find out the needs of the prospect are, isn't showing them other options, isn't showing them other houses. If that doesn't, you may have salespeople that have the ability, but if they're not motivated or held accountable to get up and go do that, maybe that's hurting your sales. So, for this company to have canceled their leads would have canceled their advertising and dried up leads would have made a bad situation worse, because they can get a sales rep trained, they can get a sales rep to go up and make a presentation and take notes and follow through with customers. I mean, that's basic sales management. They weren't doing it, but they could. But if they do that and they don't have any leads, then they're screwed on both ends. So anyway, my point is again, and let me just reiterate, the owner of this mobile home lot thought, hey, our advertising's not working, we need to stop doing it because sales weren't up. Totally missed the cause of it. Cause was poor execution and follow through on the part of the sales reps. Like no follow through, no execution on the part of the sales reps. So again, advertising wasn't the problem. Sales reps were the problem. Leadership of the sales reps, management of the sales reps were the problem. So again, I know you get busy, but my challenge to you is to not get in such a rush that you make assumptions and you rush to judgment. Think things through, ask questions, look around, and certainly double check before you make some decisions as important as canceling your advertising. So anyway, hope that story helps and you find it useful. Thanks.